Hello and welcome to another random review and how-to. Today I am smoking some chicken wings. So these are actually frozen wings from Walmart, big bag of them, maybe 15, 20 bucks. I think it's 8 pounds of wings, frozen. So first thing I like to do is soak them in water. I got a lot of salt in there, some basil, garlic, and that's it. I'm just soaking it in that. You can put whatever you want. You put lemons in, apples in, give it a little bath, let it soak as long as you want, 24 hours. You really don't want to go over 48 hours. 24 is good, but you soak it like that, get everything nice and juicy, and that salt's going to penetrate and bring in some of that flavor you throw in. So whatever you put in there, you can put spices in there, anything you want. Again, I'm keeping it simple with basil and salt. But what I'm going to do, I got my smoker heating up. Now I'm just side burning it off to the side. I'll show you that in a second. Got my wood in. I'll show you how to smoke some wings. Okay, so we got all of our wings out here. As you can see, I took them out of my brine here. I don't wash them or anything. That's something that, people are going to, why are you going to wash your chicken and this and that? I don't. There's salt in there. That's giving it a salt bath. I got garlic, basil. It's all over that. I'm using indirect heat. So I got these two burners. This is my smoke box. It's got all my wood in there. I do not soak my chips. Another misconception I believe I don't buy into. So underneath here, I got this burner going. It's on about medium high. And then this one's on low. It's still going to catch. I can already start to smell the smoke coming out. So this one actually gives off a lot of heat. I got a little gap, and then I got my wings. So I'm going to leave them in here. This could take anywhere from about 1.5 to 2 hours. Again, we're looking at internal temp here on wings of being 165. That's when you know they're done. You can start to tell too. So what I'm probably going to do is just smoke these, keep checking them. And then at the end, I'm going to turn on the burners under here and just crisp everything up. So kind of like a final stage, final little part to it is that. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up. Come back here in about an hour and see what's going on. All right, so I am at an hour and about a half. Yeah, an hour and a half, we'll say. In temperature, I don't know what my temperature is on my grill. I have everything on high on this side. So I'm not sure because my dial's broken on the outside because this grill's about 13 years old. So with my probe here, I'm just going in. You can see I'm in the 120s, so we're not close, and I'm in the middle. I like to check every end here. So now I'm on this side. These ones are a little closer. They're about 8 degrees warmer there. And this one on the far side, yeah, there we go. It's about 10 degrees cooler. So one thing I do is I like to rotate my wings. So I'm going to rotate this shelf over to here. Keep the middle how they are, but I'm going to rotate them front to back. So that's one thing I like to do when I'm doing my wings. Again, 165 is where we need to be on all wings. So all of these temperatures should be at 165 over. And the other thing I'm going to do is as I start to watch these, if I have ones that are getting done, I'm going to move them all the way up into this corner away from the flame. So put all the ones that are getting close to done there, keep the other ones a little closer. And then at the end, just to crisp these up again, I'm just going to blast the heat underneath. So I'm going to let these go probably another half hour, I'd say these have until they get where they need to be. All right, so here I am at the final stage, as you can see. Got a nice brown going on there from the smoke. So I kicked my heat up to high, keeping everything exposed. I'm keeping the lid open. And all I want to do is just kind of finish these off. Again, we're crisping them up. We could run the risk of drying them out from here. So we want to make sure we don't leave them on too long, but and keep them on as they start to turn. And blacken up underneath. We're gonna just keep rotating them. So I put all my drumsticks on where the heat was coming from because that's the hottest, because these are gonna take the most time, they have the most meat. My flats and everything else, they're over here. And again, I'm just letting the skin crisp up on the outside, and then what I'm gonna do is throw them in my pan, and then I'm gonna sauce them. So when you sauce or dry rub them or whatever, you do that after you cook. I like to do everything like this, not a lot of seasoning besides what was in my brine. I don't salt them or anything like that. I do everything else when I put them in my tin. So keep as many tins as you want, keep them separated, some flames going up. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of keep grilling these up. I'll turn these ones over here, start to see what they look like there. So you can see there's a lot of that juice coming out. That's good because they're getting nice and hot. Again, I'm finishing them off, but I still want to make sure and check that they're all at 165. The other thing with these drumsticks is there's a lot of fat in them. So if you kind of let that go, it will flame up. So you want to kind of really keep your eye on it. That's why I don't close the lid. I want that air moving through. I want to keep anything consolidated in there. All right, so that's how we're looking now that we flipped them. here's the final look. We're sauced up in our tins. See, I grilled them up. And there, I got my garlic ones, garlic butter. Just cooking them right there. Cooking that garlic right on top of the grates there. Same here, I threw this in and let it cook. And let it thicken up a little bit. So there you go. So if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on notifications. Do what you got to do. Helps us, helps you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.